Welcome Food CV. Today, we embark on a culinary adventure to uncover the top 50 best-rated spices and herbs in the world. Get ready to awaken your taste buds as we dive into this aromatic treasure trove. Number 50. Asafoetida. Asafoetida is a dried gum resin obtained from the taproot or rhizome of giant fennels, particularly Ferula asafoetida. The plants used to produce the spice are native to Iran and Afghanistan. The resinous juice starts to coagulate when exposed to air, and it has a strong and pungent odor that's similar to garlic. When the product sets to a solid mass, its color varies from gray to black, but it's usually reddish to brown. This spice can be bought in several versions: tears, mass, paste, and powder. The tears are the purest, the mass is the most commonly available commercially, and the powdered version usually contains additions such as gum arabic, flour, and turmeric. Number 49. Baharat. Translated from Arabian as spice, baharat is an aromatic blend of spices native to the Middle East. Although it is hard to pinpoint the exact spices used in the mix, the most common ingredients include black peppercorns, allspice, cassia bark, coriander, cardamom, chili peppers or paprika, cinnamon, cloves, and cumin. The amount of added spices influences the final aroma, which is typically smoky, sweet, and spicy. Baharat can be used as a seasoning for fish and meat. It is commonly added to soups and stews, but it also works well in marinades or as a dry rub. Number 48. Amchur. Amchur is a spice and condiment originating from India, but it's also often used in Pakistan. It's made from unripe mangoes that have been sliced, dried in the sun, then ground into a powder. The resulting powder has an intense aroma and tangy flavor. It adds a nice level of acidity to a vast number of vegetarian dishes, especially in northern India, where it's used in the same way as lemon juice or vinegar are used in other parts of the world. It's recommended to add amchur to curries, dals, pickles, and chutneys due to its fruity and tangy flavors. Number 47. Samardala salt. Samardala salt is a traditional Bulgarian spice mix originating from Stara Zagora. The spice mix consists of only two ingredients: salt and samardala, Nectaroscortum siculum bulgaricum or Allium siculum, also called Bulgarian honey garlic, a spice that belongs to the allium family and is endemic to the Balkans. This spice mix is often used on sandwiches with butter or minced meat, pizza, bread, potatoes, or hard-boiled eggs, and it adds a specific and slightly bitter and salty layer of flavor to the foods that it's used with. The ratio of samardala to salt should be 1:1. Number 46. Vlaams laurier. Also known as Flemish bay leaf, Vlaams laurier is a type of tree that has been cultivated in Flanders since the 16th century and is as such recognized and protected. It is a decorative bay tree that has been trimmed down to a perfect shape. It must be at least 5 years old and grown in a pot. The trees are remarkably uniform in size and shape, which is a result of more than 400 years of cultivation during which the best mother plants were used to further perfect the next batch. In addition to being genetically outstanding, each tree is perfectly pruned to achieve symmetry in a variety of shapes such as a pyramid, sphere or pillar. Number 45. Český kmín. Český kmín are caraway seeds of the Carum carvi L. fructus species produced in the Czech Republic on loamy, sandy and clay soils since the first half of the 19th century. The seeds are well-formed and developed, healthy, elongated and slightly bent. They are bright to dark brown in color and have a spicy flavor typical of caraway. Their uniqueness is due to the fact that they have a high content of aromatic oil, from 3 to 5%, and are harvested when they are well matured. Carvone content in the seeds is higher than 50%, with healing and antiseptic properties. Number 44. Prezzemolo, Sardinia. Prezzemolo sardo is a variety of flat-leaf Italian parsley from Sardinia, grown mainly around the community of Sesto. It is widely used in local cuisine. Parsley is generally one of the most commonly used herbs in the culinary arts, and while Presmolo sardo is smaller in size than other varieties found on the market, its tiny, dark green leaves and slender stems are packed with flavor. The stems have more flavor and aroma than the leaves, which makes them a perfect ingredient for flavoring stocks, soups, or sauces, while the leaves are best added to a dish at the last minute because they lose their flavor if cooked too long. Nowadays, Presmolo sardo is not produced on a large scale, so it is only available in specialized food stores, or in cestu, where it can be bought directly from the producers. Number 43. 5 Spice Powder. Wuxiang Fen. Wuxiang Fen or 5 spice powder is a traditional spice blend originating from China. The spice blend consists of 5 spices: fennel seeds, cinnamon, cloves, Sichuan peppercorns, and star anise. The number 5 refers to the 5 flavors that are represented in the blend: sweet, salty, bitter, sour, and umami. There are many ways to use the aromatic 5 spice powder: in marinades, stir-fries, soups, stews, as a seasoning for the breading for fried foods, as a glaze, or a dry rub for meat and seafood. Interestingly, the spice blend has antiseptic properties and it's sometimes used to cure indigestion. Number 42. Český modrý mák. Český modrý mák is a variety of Papaver somniferum, or blue poppy, grown in the Czech Republic, one of the world's largest producers of poppy seeds. Due to its strong, complex, floral flavor, dark blue mák has always had a very important role in Czech national cuisine. Český modrý mák makes a delicious filling for pancakes, cakes, yeast dough pastries called kolache and strudels. It is even sprinkled over noodles, potato dumplings, both plain and fruit-filled, or combined with blueberries and spread over a shortbread crust, as in a delicious Czech pastry known as borůvkový koláč. Number 41. Taliawine saffron. Taliawine saffron hails from the eponymous mountain village, located on the Souftana Plateau, at an altitude of 1,300–1,500 meters above sea level, in Morocco's region of Souss Massa. The saffron is cultivated by a small number of producers, all of whom are members of the Cooperative Agricole de Taliawine, and the harvest typically takes place from October till November. With a more intense flavor and aroma but less vivid colors than other types of saffron, this highly prized saffron variety is considered to be the result of a unique combination of perfectly suited territory, the region's unique climate, and the indispensable knowledge of the people who are involved in its production. Number 40. Lemon myrtle. Lemon myrtle is a shrub or tree native to Queensland, Australia. Fresh or dried leaves are used for human consumption, and lemon myrtle is a great producer of citral, the oil responsible for its signature flavor and aroma. Some say that these leaves have more lemony aromas than actual lemons, which is not surprising considering that myrtle has more than 90% citral, while lemons have about 5%, making lemon myrtle an ingredient with the most intense lemon aroma in the world. Due to its tangy and citrusy flavors, it's often used as a substitute for lemon zest or lemongrass. The spice is often used in marinades, pancake batter, and meat rubs. In Australia, lemon myrtle is traditionally used with prawns, shortbread, whole-baked fish, and roast chicken. Number 39. Curry leaves. Curry leaves are leaves of the curry tree, which is native to India and Sri Lanka. The leaves are dark green in color, shiny, and aromatic, releasing a unique, nutty aroma when fried in oil. They are a staple of South Indian cuisine, used in the same way as bay leaves are used in Western cuisines. The leaves soften significantly when cooked and are usually used as a flavoring to rice, chutneys, dals, soups, and stews. They are such a staple of Indian cuisine that the Tamil word for them is karabepalai, which is literally translated to the leaf that is used to make curry. Number 38. English mustard. English mustard is a traditional mustard variety originating from England. This type of mustard is characterized by its bright yellow color and thick texture. Although it's often enjoyed as a condiment that's used with cold or hot meat dishes, English mustard is most commonly used as a flavoring or cooking ingredient due to its strong flavor. There are many bottled versions containing this mix of yellow and brown mustard seeds, but there's also the powdered form which is mixed with cold water before use to unleash its full range of heat and flavors. For a milder flavor, mix it with milk instead of water. Number 37. Old Bay Seasoning. Old Bay Seasoning is a trademarked American seasoning mix originating from Baltimore, Maryland. The mix includes paprika, celery salt, crushed red pepper flakes, and black pepper, among other spices which are believed to include bay leaves, dry mustard, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, mace, cardamom, and allspice. The seasoning was originally sold in distinctive yellow cans by McCormick & Company, but today it's usually sold in plastic containers. The spice mix is primarily used to season seafood such as shrimp and crab, but it can also be used in clam chowders, oyster stews, or as a topping for eggs, French fries, corn on the cob, popcorn, fried chicken, and salads. Number 36. Alnaf Cumin. Produced by local women in the eponymous Moroccan village, set at the foothills of the eastern Anti-Atlas mountain range, Alnaf cumin is traditionally gathered and processed from the end of April till the beginning of May. Bunches of hand-cut cumin plants are first dried, then beaten to extract the seeds, and finally sieved through a palm leaf woven container to filter out fine straw and dust. Distinguished by excellent quality and intense aroma, this cumin variety can be used both whole and ground, and it commonly enhances the flavor of various traditional Moroccan specialties such as couscous, tagine, and soups. Alnaf cumin also goes well in combination with boiled meat and vegetables and is highly appreciated for its curative properties and for having a relatively long shelf life. Number 35. Absheron Saffron. This saffron variety is grown exclusively on Azerbaijan's Absheron Peninsula for more than 1,000 years. It is usually grown in small quantities on farm fields, and currently, 1 kilogram of Absheron saffron costs about $11,000. The expensive spice is typically used in saffron rice plov, one of the national dishes of Azerbaijan, which is commonly served with a variety of fresh herbs and vegetables on the side. Number 34. Recado Rojo. Recado Rojo is a spice blend featuring ingredients such as annatto seeds, garlic, cumin, oregano, cinnamon, pepper, allspice, salt, and cloves. The blend is used for seasoning, rubbing, and marinating various types of meats, and it is especially useful for barbecued and grilled meat dishes. When combined with liquids such as water, oil, or lemon juice, Recado Rojo becomes a paste, with annatto seeds giving it a distinctive red color. Number 33. Urfa Biber. Urfa Biber is a traditional Turkish dried chili pepper originating from the city of Urfa. These peppers are distinguished by their dark burgundy color, flakes of irregular sizes, and a flavor that's best described as sweet, salty, sour, and smoky. Urfa peppers are harvested when they're orange-red or dark red, and they are then dried in the sun during the day. At night, they're covered with plastic or fabric in order for the peppers to preserve their natural oils from the skin. As a result, the peppers become dry, but not entirely, before they're coarsely ground with a bit of salt and packed. Number 32. Bouquet Garni. This small French bundle of herbs is traditionally tied together with butcher's string to keep the herbs together after they are added to a pot for cooking. This quaint bouquet of fresh herbs usually contains thyme, parsley, and bay leaf, and it lends a bold, herby layer of flavor to any soup, sauce, stock, or casseroles it is added to. Tying the herbs together in a bundle makes it easy to remove the stems and leaves from the dish, leaving nothing behind except the flavor. Number 31. Sazon. Sazon is a versatile Puerto Rican seasoning mix that is prepared with a few simple spices such as cilantro, cumin, garlic powder, oregano, salt, and ground annatto seeds. Other possible additions include black pepper, saffron, and onion powder. The spices are simply mixed together, then stored in airtight containers. That way, sazon will keep fresh for about 3 months. It is recommended to use this seasoning mix with a variety of dishes based on chicken, beef, fish, beans, or rice. Number 30. McCoy Petres Shangoker. McCoy Petres Shangoker is a variety of parsley that is grown in the Hungarian county of Szentgrad. Its root has a smooth surface and dense texture, with white flesh that has a slightly sweet and pleasant flavor. Before being sold, McCoy Petres Shangoker is soaked, washed in a barrel, graded, sorted, packaged and, finally, dried. Due to the extremely high dry matter content, averaging at 35 to 40%, McCoy Petres Shangoker has a very long shelf life. Number 29. Berber. Berber is an Ethiopian spice blend full of flavor and heat, made with a combination of spices such as chili, garlic, cumin, ginger, coriander, cinnamon, nigella, fenugreek, and ajwain. This spice blend can be used in its dried, powdery form, or as a paste, where the powder is combined with oil. It is traditionally used in numerous meat dishes and stews, providing them with spiciness and depth of flavor. Number 28. Shichimi Togarashi. Sometimes referred to as the 7 spice powder, Shichimi Togarashi is a spice blend widely used in Japanese cuisine for imparting a nice smoky sweet heat to a variety of dishes, from a steaming bowl of soba noodles to grilled fish. The origin of Shichimi Togarashi dates back at least to the 17th century when it was produced by local herb dealers in what was then a small, little-known fishing village of Edo, currently known as Tokyo. Its Japanese name literally translates to 7-flavor chili pepper, which is a reference to the usual 7 ingredients that are used to make it: ground chili pepper, sansho or Japanese pepper, roasted satsuma mandarin peel, black or white sesame seeds, hemp seeds or hearts, ground ginger, and nori seaweed. Number 27. Rosmarino, Sicily. Mainly grown in the community of Villa Rosa, Sicilian rosemary is one of the most widely used spices in the local cuisine. Leaves and flowers are harvested during summer and left to dry in dark, well-ventilated places before being packed in glass jars, paper or plastic bags, where they can last for a very long time. This wonderfully fragrant herb is used to flavor meats, fish, or vegetables, and it will turn any simple bread or focaccia into a true delicacy. Although it is much more often used in savory dishes, it works well in desserts, too. Number 26. Camelli Sinelli. Camelli Sinelli is a fragrant Georgian spice blend including fenugreek, coriander, peppercorns, dill, mint, marigold petals, and bay leaves. This spice blend is characterized by its combination of warm, bitter, nutty, and grassy flavors. It is traditionally used in various stews and meat dishes, but Camelli Sinelli also provides a depth of flavor to roasted vegetables and bean soups. Number 25. Galangal. Galangal is a ginger-like root that is widely used in Thai and Indonesian cuisine as a flavoring or a spice, characterized by its pungent aroma. There are 2 varieties of galangal: Greater Galangal, which is lighter in color and with a more subtle aroma, used mostly in Thai cooking, and Lesser Galangal, which is native to China. Galangal is hard and woody on the exterior, with a strong citrus scent on the inside. It gives a citrus note to numerous dishes, and it is an important ingredient in Thai curry pastes. Galangal can come in many forms, as fresh root, dried root, or ground into a fine powder. Number 24. Paprika Zatava. Paprika Zatava, also known as Zidovska paprika, is the first product from the Slovak Republic to acquire the prestigious PDO, Protected Designation of Origin, quality mark. It takes its name from the Zatava River Valley where these peppers were first grown, but since then, it has spread across the Danubian lowlands. The product is a sweet paprika powder made by grinding the dried peppers that are harvested when ripe. It has an intense, orange to red color, due to the oil that gets released from the seeds in the final stage of the grinding process. Its flavor is delicately sweet and intensely deep, reminiscent of sweet peppers, with no bitterness at all. Number 23. Crocos cosanis. Crocos cosanis is a spice taken from the bulb stigmas of the saffron plant, part of the Iridaceae family. It is produced within the various municipal areas of Kozani, in the region of West Macedonia in the northern part of Greece. The exclusive rights for the collection, distribution and packing of Greek saffron is held by the cooperative de Saffron. Annual production depends upon weather conditions and ranges from 6 to 12 tons of pure red saffron per year. It takes 150,000 flowers to produce 1 kilogram of dried crocus stigmas and about 50,000 stigmas to obtain 100 grams of red saffron, which makes saffron the most expensive spice in the world. Number 22. Thyme de Provence. Thyme de Provence is an evergreen herb with culinary, medicinal and ornamental uses. It is called flavorful in Provence and best known as one of the basic components in a classic bouquet garni or in a spice mixture known as herbes de Provence. One of the most fragrant herbs one can grow, thyme de Provence has a lemony aftertaste giving freshness to various stews, marinades, sauces, soups and salads. It blends perfectly with tomatoes, either fresh or processed, fried vegetables, grilled goat cheese or roasted poultry. Number 21. Sansho pepper. Sansho pepper is a Japanese spice characterized by its prized aromatic peppercorns, green color, and a floral, tangy, lemon-like flavor. It is a part of the famous 7 Japanese spices and is closely related to Sichuan pepper. The shrub is grown in Japan, but also in China and North Korea. Traditionally, sansho is used as a seasoning for fish and barbecue dishes, or sprinkled over unagi grilled eel. It pairs extremely well with other spices such as sesame and ginger. Number 20. Pestata. Pestata is a traditional seasoning blend that hails from the ancient village of Grosio, consisting of garlic, salt, pepper, and aromatic herbs such as leaves of dwarf alpine yarrow or musk yarrow, wild thyme, juniper berries, or cinnamon. Its name means beaten, referring to the method of preparation that involves pounding the combination of herbs and spices in a mortar to produce a highly aromatic mixture, characterized by an intense, slightly spicy flavor. Due to its distinctive aroma and flavor, pestata has spread throughout the whole region of Valtellina over the years, yielding numerous variations on the traditional blend with some calling for the addition of wine, such as sassella, brandy, or grappa. Number 19. Montreal Steak Seasoning. This spice rub is so popular that the version produced by McCormick is readily available in most Canadian grocery stores, although it can also easily be made at home. It provides heat and flavor to steaks, burgers, and potatoes even without the floral herbs of numerous Old World spice blends. Montreal steak seasoning usually consists of coarse salt, black pepper, cayenne pepper, garlic, paprika, onions, coriander, and dill. But regarding the ingredients used in it, there are numerous variations throughout Canada. Number 18. Za'atar. Za'atar is a traditional spice blend with Middle Eastern and Levantine origins. The ingredients used in za'atar vary from region to region, and the list often includes the wild za'atar herb, hyssop, growing throughout the Levant, marjoram, thyme, oregano, coriander, cumin, toasted sesame seeds, sumac, and salt. The sumac imparts a lemony, citrusy flavor, oregano gives a slight bitterness, while marjoram gives notes of sweetness. The spice blend is commonly sprinkled over soups, dips, bread, meat, rice, pasta, vegetables, or rice dishes. Number 17. Ras El Hanout. Ras El Hanout is a mixture which often includes up to 40 different spices, while some blends claim to include over 100. Literally translated, Ras El Hanout means top of the shop, suggesting that the spice blend is the best and finest thing a consumer can buy from the merchants. Overall, the spice mix should be aromatic, warm, sharp, and slightly pungent, including some common and some unusual ingredients such as dried lavender, caraway, galangal, a variety of peppers, dried rosebuds, and Japanese white ginger. Sometimes, Ras El Hanout can even contain hashish or a Spanish fly. Number 16. Jerk seasoning. Jerk is a Jamaican seasoning blend used for dry rubbing or wet marinating various types of fish and meat. The basic ingredient in jerk seasoning is pimento, which is then mixed with other peppers such as Scotch bonnet, and other flavorings such as onions, salt, cloves, garlic, thyme, and scallions. The jerk method of cooking has origins with the runaway slaves who used to season wild pig's meat with numerous spices and cook it over coals. Today, most jerk meat is grilled over charcoal and steel drum pans. Number 15. Shiso. Shiso is a Japanese herb with a unique flavor. Hints of citrus, mint, basil, anise, and coriander are all incorporated into its tiny leaves, which can be red or green. They are a part of the 7 spices of Japan, originating from over 300 years ago in Kyoto. Green shiso leaves are often used as a garnish for sushi and sashimi, but they are also added to soups and tempuras. Red shiso is mostly used to color umeboshi and pickled ginger. Whether red or green, shiso can be used in a variety of other dishes, mixed into salads, tossed into green tea, added to stir-fries, or chopped and prepared with scrambled eggs. Number 14. Sichuan pepper. Despite its name, Sichuan pepper is actually not a pepper, but dried berry of a type of ash shrub that has a unique peppery and lemony aroma. It is characterized by its mouth-numbing properties, typical for numerous dishes from the Sichuan province of China. Sichuan pepper is also one of the 5 ingredients in the famous Chinese 5-spice powder. The pepper is often ground or roasted, and is commonly used to make an infused oil. It appears in numerous dishes such as kung pao chicken, bang bang chicken, and dan dan noodles. Number 13. Azafrán de la Mancha. Azafrán de la Mancha is a saffron grown in the autonomous community of Castilla-La Mancha. It is a spice produced by drying the stigmas of the Crocus sativus, L plant. It has a floral and slightly bitter flavor and gives the dishes it is cooked in a bright gold yellow color. Saffron is one of the most expensive spices in the world, with the price higher than that of gold, due to the laborious process of its harvesting. To preserve its subtle flavor, saffron grown in La Mancha is never sold powdered, but exclusively in the form of whole threads. Number 12. Holy basil. Holy basil or tulsi is one of the varieties of basil originating from India. This plant has violet flowers and blossoms, while the stems are green with a purple tinge. It is much spicier than the other varieties of basil, so it's often called hot basil. The leaves, seeds, and stems are often used for medicinal preparations, while the leaves are a staple of many Thai dishes due to their spicy flavor. Holy basil has numerous health benefits and it's used to treat stress, common cold, asthma, heart disease, fever, headache, and diabetes. Number 11. Herbes de Provence. This world-famous blend of herbs and spices originated in France's region of Provence, and contains ingredients such as lavender, basil, oregano, fennel, dill, rosemary, thyme, bay leaf, and sage. Herbes de Provence are traditionally sold in small clay pots. The mixture is commonly used as a rub or seasoning for various meat dishes, especially for grilled meats, and it can also be used as a seasoning in soups or stews. When cooked, the herbs soften and release their natural, aromatic flavors. Although these herbs have been used in various combinations in Provence for centuries, the blend that's known today as Herbes de Provence has been marketed under this name since the 1970s. Number 10. Fiends herbes. Fiends herbes is a traditional French blend of herbs, including parsley, chives, chervil, and tarragon. Thyme is often added to the 4 classic ingredients, while savory, watercress, and marjoram are sometimes also included in the mix, but not as often as thyme. This mild and subtle blend of herbs is especially well suited for poultry, salads, and egg-based dishes. What's important is that all of the herbs should be fresh and not dried for the best possible flavor. Number 9. Basilico Genovese. The fragrant Genovese basil is a cultivar of Ocimum basilicum, sweet basil, traditionally grown in the Ligurian provinces of Genoa, Savona and Imperia. It has an intense clove aroma and it is widely known for being an essential ingredient of the famous pesto alla Genovese sauce. Even though it is available dry, Genovese basil is most often used fresh, added to various dishes at the last moment, in order to preserve its exceptional flavor. Number 8. Szigeti Fischer Paprika Orlemani. The powdered Szigeti paprika spice is made by grinding the pods of the pepper plants. Its color is a vivid, fiery red and its aroma is strong and spicy, similar to those of baked vegetables. Once tasted, the flavor is sweet, mellow and spicy but pleasant and not too hot, due to the fact that the capsaicin amount is not above 100 mg per kilogram. In some hotter varieties of Szigeti paprika, the capsaicin amount is higher, so the paprika is also a lot hotter in taste. It is so popular in Hungary that it even has its own museum, and is typically used as a seasoning in hearty stews, goulash or sprinkled on meat. Number 7. Shirina Sal. Shirina Sal is the most popular Bulgarian spice mix that has been used in Bulgarian cuisine for centuries. It has a pleasant, mild, and aromatic flavor that enhances the taste of many meals. The key ingredients in Shirina Sal include paprika, salt, thyme, cumin, basil, dried fenugreek leaves, and summer savory. It is recommended to put Shirina Sal on bread, potatoes, fries, vegetables, or cheese. Interestingly, although Shirina Sal is translated as colorful salt, salt isn't a required ingredient and can be omitted from the spice mix. Number 6. Ceylon Cinnamon. Ceylon cinnamon is traditionally harvested from a tree that is native to Sri Lanka, formerly known as Ceylon, hence the botanical name of this health-beneficial spice. This cinnamon type is sweeter and more delicate than cinnamon cassia, the other main type of cinnamon. It has a beneficial effect on glucose metabolism and body weight, and contains antioxidants called proanthocyanidins, which are also found in grapes and green tea. Unlike cinnamon cassia, Ceylon cinnamon does not contain coumarin, a natural plant chemical that is toxic to the kidneys and liver, and it might also be carcinogenic. Number 5. Pimenton de la Vera. Pimenton de la Vera is the smoked paprika that has been produced exclusively in the La Vera Valley, in the province of Caceres since the 16th century. This vibrant red spice is made by grinding dried peppers into a fragrant, spicy, smoky powder. It became popular in the 16th century when the Spanish conquistadors brought the peppers back from Mexico as a gift for the King and Queen of Spain. In autumn, after harvesting, the finest peppers are hanged on strings and are left to dry. They are then smoked using oak wood for 2 weeks, thus intensifying both their flavor and color. Number 4. Chinantla vanilla. The Mexican region of Chinantla is the only place in the world where wild vanilla grows. Known locally as colibri, these orchid vines grow in the heart of the forest, using moderate-sized trees like citrus, cocoa, and calabash, jacara, trees for support. Once they have been collected, vanilla beans are traditionally sealed in bags, then left in the sun for 5 hours a day over 15 days. The process results in tender, fragrant berries with an appetizing coffee color. In the past, the fruit wasn't used for cooking because it was offered to the Aztec Emperor Montezuma as a tribute, while women combined it with mamey seed oil in order to make their hair shiny. Number 3. Kalaksai Fischer Paprika Orlemani. This unique paprika product is made under strict quality measures by grinding the dried pods of deep, silky red pepper plants of different varieties. The peppers must be ground uniformly and the aroma is spicy and pleasant, comparable to that of roasted seeds. It has a sweet, fruity taste, and the higher the capsaicin content in the peppers, the hotter the final product will be. The ground paprika is then packed and sold, and used mainly as a spice in a variety of dishes including stews, on eggs, fish, pasta, potatoes, and in marinades for roasted meat. Number 2. Mercan. Mercan or mercan is a Chilean spice made with a long, pointed chili pepper called ají, cacho cabra, cacho de cabra, or goat's horn pepper as the key ingredient. The peppers are grown throughout the Araucania region and are picked in February, when they turn from green to red. They are then dried in the sun until they develop a violet color. The dried peppers are smoked, then hung from ceilings over a wood fire. After the second drying in the sun, these peppers are ground in a stone mortar or in an automatic grinder. The powder is combined with smoked coriander seeds and sea salt, and the spice blend should contain at least 70% of the powder and no more than 20% salt. Number 1. Garam Masala. Garam masala is an intensely aromatic blend of ground spices such as cinnamon, cumin, cardamom, cloves, and peppercorns. Its name can be literally translated as hot ingredients, and is sometimes described as an aromatic blend that is meant to heat the body. This spice blend has origins in northern India, where winters are typically colder than in the rest of the country. The spices used in garam masala vary from region to region, but no combination of spices is believed to be more authentic than another.